And I hope this helps them understand. Here in the U.S., children get vaccine protection for 18 different diseases. The new recommendations will now divide them into 3 categories. Immunizations recommended for all children, immunizations recommended for certain high-risk groups or populations, and immunizations based on shared clinical decision-making, so with your doctor. Still, one pediatrician says there are a lot of things that have not changed. Today, we got reactions on what has.
As it turns out, children are dying in our country, and in some cases in Louisiana, from measles and pertussis. And as a doc who saw people die from hepatitis A and hepatitis B, of course, I understand the importance of those vaccines. I don't want any child dying from something which is so preventable.
Senator Bill Cassidy, who's a physician, says despite the new childhood vaccination recommendations from the CDC, he encourages parents and guardians to talk to their pediatricians about the value and safety of getting children vaccinated. He thinks it's the wrong move to not recommend hepatitis vaccines.
And by the way, very, very safe, very safe. I should also emphasize that. By far, the safety profile of that has been proven over and over again.
Tulane pediatrician Dr. John Shefflin says hepatitis B is extremely contagious, even from sharing a spoon. And he agrees with the importance of all the childhood vaccines.
They've been around for many decades. They've eliminated many diseases in the U.S. These vaccines, if they weren't demonstrated to be safe, they would not be on the market.
He said there should not be concern that multiple vaccines are in one injection or that they are on a close timeline.
It is very safe to do it as a bundle, and you are not overwhelming the immune system.
Are there problems that children can get from getting a vaccine?
There are, for example, with the COVID vaccine, it has been reported that some people, especially adolescent males, are at increased risk after vaccination of having inflammation of the heart. But we also know that in that same age group, getting the actual disease poses a greater risk of that happening.
All right, so do those doctors have concerns about this?
There's certain things. Okay, so Louisiana is already below the 95% herd immunity rate for measles. They're concerned that insurance companies will use this as an excuse not to cover certain vaccines. And fewer people vaccinated in any category, well, that means more infections. This is a severe flu year with Louisiana numbers high. Already, they've seen more hospitalizations of adults and children with very severe and fatal side effects in those not vaccinated.
Those vaccinations certainly important for a lot of children. All right, thank you so much, Meg.